Welcome. Back to our challenge program. We want to look and continue our lesson on what the Bible says about creation. Now, we've looked in the past at the word day, and we've seen that it was never used as an indefinite period of time. Sometimes it was used figuratively to refer to an event such as the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, referring to the judgment of Christ coming, the second coming of Christ. And the word yom can be translated as year or 365 days, but never does it ever refer to an indefinite period of time such as eons of time. We have looked at Exodus 20:9-11, where Moses used the creation week to establish the Jewish work week. And we saw that these were regular, ordinary days, that Moses was not expecting the Israelites to work for long periods of time and then rest for one long period of time. Moses understood that the days of creation were regular, ordinary days, just as he had them then and just as we have them today. Now, the progressive creationist, or also known as old earth creationist or theistic evolutionist, takes the word yom in the Genesis account to refer to long periods of time, millions or perhaps billions of years. They say that this is the only way that they can see God doing it. Some wonder why that one cannot hold to God and evolution at the same time. Well, there are some very good reasons for that. And let's examine a couple of them. First of all, evolution is driven by random change. In other words, chance. In the book Astronomy Today, Chase and Macmillan wrote, "The fossil record leaves no doubt that biological organisms have changed over time. All scientists accept the reality of biological evolution. As conditions on Earth shifted and Earth's surface evolved, those organisms that could best take advantage of their new surroundings succeeded and thrived, often at the expense of organisms that could not make the necessary adjustment, and consequently became extinct. What led to these changes? Chance." Page 765. Now, author Strahler, in his book Science and Earth History, The Evolution-Creation Controversy, said on page 1, "As to science, its view of the universe can be described as naturalistic, using an adjective that has had its historical roots far back in philosophy as explaining all phenomena by strictly natural categories, as opposed to explanations invoking supernatural forces." So, Chasen and Macmillan and author Strahler all unequivocally state that evolution is a production or is produced of random changes, chance. And it's simply by naturalism. It's naturalistic. And there is no room for God in evolution. The moment that one introduces God into the mix, chance is ruled out unless one is willing to say that God had no design in mind for man and that he just allowed natural laws to come into existence all by themselves and just allowed man to evolve by random change. How could one even think of God using evolution to bring things into existence? Secondly, evolution is driven by natural selection. In other words, nature and nature alone. God is not nature. God is supernature or supernatural. He supersedes nature. The theistic evolutionist has God having to bow down to natural law. Now, the Bible says in 2 Peter 3 and verse 8 that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as is one day. And what it means by this is that God is not confined to time and space, as we are. He's above it. He supersedes it. He's the one who made all natural laws, and he does not bow down to his laws. He has nothing, there is nothing over him. He's not dependent upon it. And these natural laws show his handiwork and glorify him, not the other way around. The theistic evolutionist has God glorifying the laws of nature, when it's supposed to be that the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. The laws of nature glorify God in his handiwork. God did not use evolution, natural selection, to create anything. If the universe came about as a result of natural laws, and God didn't do the creating, it's that simple. God would have to be subservient to those natural laws, and he would have to use natural laws to bring about the universe, according to the theistic evolutionist. Now, they may deny this, but when you ask them how old the earth is, they will tell you the problem is approximately between 3 and 15 billion years old. And why is this? Because they say that naturally the only way it could happen is for it to have been that old, for it to have it formed that many years ago. Well, naturally, yes. In their mind, with creation, there is no room for supernatural. There's only room for the natural. And in the atheistic and theistic evolutionist minds, there is no room for the supernatural event in creation. Everything has to have a natural explanation. The atheist ridicules the Bible because it records supernatural events that took place. They say that everything had to have a natural explanation, that there's simply no room for the supernatural. This is why they ridicule the virgin birth in Isaiah 7:14, in Matthew 1:23-25. This is why they ridicule the resurrection of Christ, 1 Corinthians 15:3 and 4. The theistic evolutionist, on the other hand, attempts to hold on to the miracles of the Bible, such as the virgin birth and the resurrection of Christ, yet they are inconsistent because they deny the miracle of creation. At least the atheist is consistent. He holds to no miracles, while the theistic evolutionist only holds to some, but denies the very first miracle, the miracle of creation. Some theistic evolutionists have even come to the point that they call evolution a miracle. Now think about that. What is a miracle? It's an event that sets the laws of nature aside, supersedes the laws of nature, and it is done supernaturally. Evolution is not supernatural in any way, form, or fashion. It is natural, or that's what it's based upon. And there simply is no way to put God and evolution together and reconcile them. People try to hang on to a semblance of belief in God, all the while trying to join hands with the evolutionary scientific community. And James said to such people, friendship with the world is enmity with God. James 4 and verse 4. Those holding to theistic evolution do so without biblical authority. And as such, they do so without authority from God. They're trying to live in both worlds. And having done so, they have become the enemy of God. We thank you for tuning in this week, and until we see you next week, we hope that you will have a good day. Thank you.